I really question this so-called corona stuff. I didn't even really want to never talk about or address it because I felt as if, you know, I believed it was true. Then I didn't believe it was true. And then I went back to believing it was true. My own thoughts is what I would discuss. And I look at how people are awakening to a degree. It's a very small amount of people that are awakening. But I look at that. And especially black men. Black men are awakening on a level that people never expected. So let's say, for example, you create this concept of a virus, and you say, "Hey, these people are fucking dying. These people are sick. They're fucked up." And then you go, "Hey, oh, it's black people in America that's really questioning." Right? The black American man, for the most part, is awakening. So now you put this target out. It's him that's awakening. Or it's him that's catching the virus. It's him that's dying more. Right? So now anybody that was focused on awakening from a deep sleep, they're not focused on that anymore. They've been bamboozled. They're more so focused on, am I fucking healthy? Am I going to die next? The media is distracting you. The media is telling you that you as a black male, quote unquote African American male, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you're suffering. You're at a disadvantage. You're not going to think about an awakening process in that point if you're like new to this shit. Right? And then they go, okay, we're going to give you niggas a stimulus package, a stimulus check. Now, you're going to look at the people that's talking to you on YouTube or whatever that's trying to awaken you. Right now, you just lost your job. And I'm not saying this for everybody, but I'm just saying this for those select people, you know. You just lost your job. And I'm going to talk about them select people at the end. You just lost your job, and you're only going to listen to the person that can feed you. See, this is the whole concept of giving all the rights and ownership to a single mother. See, women mentally are weaker. They're more dependent, you know, on the mental level. So if you can break through that mental part and or if you can, by them being more mentally weak, you easily got control of them. And then when it comes to men, if you allow children to be raised by single mothers, male children, they're automatically being conditioned into being weaker, you know, and they may have that instinct about them to want to wake up, but you can easily break through to that by having the mother run the show. But anyways, to go forward, that's what you have. So now you have these men who are, now they're like the females. They're dependent on the government. They're dependent on the sex. The government is their man. Effeminized, weak, gay. You know what I'm saying? Government comes in and gives you a stimulus check, and you bow down to it. You submit to it. You're not trying to wake up no more. They're going on YouTube, and all of the people that's talking conscious, they're taking their channels down for the most part. Those who really have an understanding of this shit. There are some out there who's not going to be taken down. They can't take down everybody. So I'm not going to discredit that, or I don't want nobody to get offended that has a conscious channel, you know. But there is an attack on us. There's going to be casualties of war. You take them down. You insert your fucking agenda into this shit, and you have all of this chaos and disorder. You know. And not to stretch it or reach too far, but for example, you got Adigan channel before it got taken down that was talking about, or Adigan Forest for people that don't know. There's a channel called Adigan Forest, and it got taken down, and he was talking about, Get your seeds, get your seeds. And now and they take his fucking channel down. And we can call this conspiracy theories. You can say I'm stretching. You can say whatever you want to say. And I understand that. I get that because I may be stretching. But there's a reality to this. They took his channel down. They took down other channels that were consciously talking about getting your own seeds. Not for the sake of a business, for making American profit, for getting American money, but for the sake of survival. True natural survival. Take these fucking channels down and all of a sudden you get this pandemic, this so-called corona shit. And then I'm hearing that people are saying they're taking seeds out the stores. Come on now, man. I don't want to be the person that's on some conspiracy theory shit, but let's just be honest right now, man. Come on. Right? Okay, that's not the case. I'm reaching too far when it comes to seeds. What about social gatherings? Take this for example. You have a society of people that are coming together on social media, YouTube and all these other platforms. They're speaking consciously. The next step would be to have a social gathering. Hey, look, man, I'm about to come to your city. You come to my city, whatever the case is. And let's set up a seminar. Let's set up a group to discuss things about. Let's actually put plans into motion. What we need to better our future, right? If you stop social gatherings in order to stop the spread of diseases, that means that they on your ass now. You can't really create this seminar because a lot of people who believed in you, who followed you, they now fear. They're scared that I don't want to catch the corona. I'm not about to get on the fucking airplane. I'm not about to do this and do that. Because they put a ban on it. But yet they don't have a fucking ban on Walmart. How the fuck can you go on Walmart? How the fuck can you go on Target and be around way more than 10 fucking people? And there's not a social ban on that. Come on now, man. Think about that for a second. This shit doesn't make any fucking sense. Just like I said, this corona shit is not even real to me because at the end of the day, how the fuck is it that if you owe money in child support, if you owe back paying child support, they're going to garnish your check? So you mean to tell me that you were working, I'm talking about people who were paying child support. People who were paying child support, unfortunately, whatever, they're still paying child support, but for some reason they have back child support. And they're taking your stimulus check. Now, if you're not working and you worked a bullshit job or you lost your job or whatever the case is, they're not going to give you a stimulus check. They're not going to give you a payment. You don't matter. This shit can't be that deep at the end of the day. It can't be that deep. There has to be more to the reason why everything is going on, the reason why it's going on. It's more to just a sickness. It's more to 5G. Because certain things just not adding up. Like I told you, I'm just being honest. You got people talking about getting groups of people together and making a change and fighting against the system. And not fighting against the system physically, right? Violently on some more shit. Because that's what needs to be done. I believe that at this point, if you see what's going on, you got to fight violently. They're taking away so many of your rights because you're so weak. But you have people talking about strategically fighting the system. So the system is like, all right, we got to strategically strike back. Nobody can get together, but you're allowed to go to Walmart and get together. We are allowed to take your check because you got a child out there that you probably not able to see, not able to be around. And we're going to take that check and give it to the mama. Then we're going to give her $500. What the fuck do you think a little boy is going to do at that point. You have a little boy who being raised by his mom, by a single mother. Just like how bitches say, oh, being a single mother is a tough job, a job you guys don't understand, blah, blah, blah. How the fuck is being a mother a job when that should be a part of life? That's a part of life. Now, a job is a job. We're not supposed to be slaves to nothing at the end of the day. We're not supposed to be a slave to nothing. A job is a job. How the fuck did a child become a job when it should be a part of life? But I know why women say being a single mother or being a mother, period, is a tough job, because it's all about how much you get paid for that. What's your salary? How much you got that dude on child support for? How much you trying to get child support for? What type of dude that you want to date that's going to take care of you and your kids? So as a job, you got to work for some type of pay, right? As a single mother, or as a mother who don't want shit to do with the baby daddy, because you're not really a single mother, but who trying to turn this into a job. That's what it's about. Listen when people talk. People talk the truth. You might not even see it. But to move forward to what I was saying, though, if these women are getting back child support payments for child support, whatever the case is, they're still getting government food stamps. And then they're getting $500 per child. Per child. What do you think this kid is going to look like? This kid is going to say, I'm an American citizen at the end of the day. I'm an American citizen. I stand with America. I stand with this country. I will never go against this country that I live in. Because as a child, this country took care of me. And it took care of my mother. My mother said my father was never there for me. My mother said my father abandoned us. My mother said my father did not give a fuck about me at the end of the day. And when I looked up, my mother was happy. And she was smiling. Because my mother got a check from the government. And she got that check, and that put food on our table. My mother, although I didn't see she didn't give a fuck about me, she stayed looking good. My mom had her makeup done. She had her nails done. She had her hair done. And she complained about my dad not being there. But she never complained about America. She never complained about the system. She might have complained about her losing her job for the corona shit, but she was happy. She was happy that the government gave her a check. You see? If a woman does not have a child, how a child gonna give a fuck about what's being said right now? We talking about the future that's being affected right now. You as a child, you're being taken out of school. A child is being taken out of school right now. No school until this shit get figured out. Which means you have to be around pretty much for the most part. Most people got to be around their moms more. Because, see, as a guy, you still got to pay child support. See, you can lose your job as a man. But they don't put your fucking child support on pause, dude. They don't suspend your child support. So you lose your child support. That shit get put on. It doesn't get put on pause. You gotta work. You can't be around your kid. You gotta go to work. You gotta make that money because you don't want to go in debt. But the mom and the children, see, they gotta deal with each other now. And that's what the child gonna see. Now this child has more time to look at a struggling, a quote unquote, because we already know this is bullshit, right? But this child has more time to look at a quote unquote struggling mother. You create a society to where men become weakened because you never want men to become soldiers against the system. You never want men to create an army to go against a system that's always against them and will always be against them. It's strategy, and this is war.